Hey everyone, welcome back. I am back today with more Rebels, you guys. This show, it just keeps jumping further and further higher in terms of my opinion of it and how much I love it. Wow, did we kick off season 2 in a big, big way last time, you guys. I will briefly just kind of touch upon where I'm at this point after such a huge way to start the season. But first, you know, I just want to say, if you are joining me early today, you know just what that means. That means you are one of my awesome patrons. Thank you so much. And as always, I'm sending up those big old hugs right through that screen. And if not, still thank you for joining me today. I'm glad you're here. I do hope you'll consider supporting me that way. The link to my Patreon is going to be in that description down below. And if you are joining me on those YouTubes, I hope you'll hit like and subscribe for me. Thank you so much. All right, guys. So, I mean, giving me Ahsoka was just everything. Giving me the moment that Ahsoka realizes that Anakin is Vader and what must have taken place, and that was a lot, you guys. That was so not expected. I didn't even realize until like the moment of that, like, oh my god, this is probably when she realizes it, you know. And in my memory, I recalled her like kind of sensing. So I don't want to give away too much about Clone Wars. I know not everyone's seen it. But I recall her like sensing the turn to the dark side. In retrospect, there's a lot of ways that you could interpret that. And honestly, people are coming to me now and saying like she probably thought that Anakin was dead. He had been killed in Order 66. She probably did not actually sense him, turning to the dark side, but rather that just something terrible was happening. And so for her to sense Anakin's presence alive, but now this malevolent presence instead of like Anakin, I can't even imagine what she must have made of that. It was just, oh my god, it was just everything to watch, you guys. It was amazing that I was able to witness that moment, yet also like absolutely tragic and heartbreaking at the same time. And I've said so many times throughout different representations of Ahsoka, different media, that just like seeing her post everything, I just can't help but feel the weight of like all she must have been through having to. And I really honestly thought by this point in Rebels, she already kind of knew what was going on. So now we're really going to watch that process of her just like figuring out everything that's happened. I also really love where our crew is at. I think I said this last time, but I love that we had a while to like establish our crew and their characters and their growth and everything, so that we love them already as we're bringing in other elements of like stories left over from Clone Wars and things like that. Like we're bringing in familiar stuff now, but we're already super invested in our crew. So I'm actually really, really grateful for that. Not that they spared the cameos in season 1 either. But it does seem like this is going to be a lot more of our main story now. Probably like the whole Ahsoka and Vader thing. And now we're kind of like fighting with the rebellion. And we know that there was a little bit of tension over that with our crew. But I think maybe that's better now. I don't know. Maybe we'll get into that. But yeah, guys, I was just blown away. Blown away by the start of season 2. So without further ado, I would love to continue our journey into this season and this story. So what do you say we go ahead and jump right into the next episode of Rebels? Let's do this.
None of the potential bases we know of have the tactical advantage we need to protect what's left of our fleet.
Or aid the nearby system suffering from Imperial oppression.
We can't help others if we can't help ourselves, Kanan. If only we had
well, that's true.
Who might be able to help us. A great military commander with a vast knowledge of the Outer Rim. He could assist us in finding a base.
Wait.
There is one option I've not yet attempted.
Hey, don't tell me. Don't tell me. Don't tell me.
The head of an old tactical droid?
These droids were great at finding things. Calculating. Found my master and I a few times when we didn't want to be found.
How in all the galaxy
honey.
is that droid gonna find your friend?
Well...
He's like, you got a problem with droids.
And Kanan, if you find my friend, you must trust him.
If he's all the things you say, we can't afford not to.
Trust him.
Trust him.
I have no
Why would
idea.
you not trust?
It's homing in on something.
7567.
Up ahead.
Now that is a work
Wow.
of art.
Looks like
That's-
an old Republic tank. Used during the Clone Wars.
Oh, that's why we said the thing about the trust. Because Kanan has some. Oh wow! Oh, it's like it's very steampunk. It looks very like Howl's Moving Castle. I like it.
Neon.
Ah! Yes!
It's just a bunch of old geezers.
Well-armed old geezers.
What do you want?
Where? Who's?
Someone. Well,
Does the number 7567 mean anything to you?
what did you just say?
I said 7567?
I haven't heard those digits in. Well, that's my birth number.
Birth?
I was gonna say.
They're clones.
Kanan.
Jedi, they've come for revenge.
Oh.
Kanan, Ahsoka said to trust them.
Yes, she did.
Sorry about the weapons malfunction. My friend here's just a little defensive. See, we haven't seen a Jedi since, well,
Order
been a
66.
while. Actually, my name is Rex, Captain, 501st Clone Battalion. Lead Commanders Gregor and Wolffe.
You were sent by
Ahsoka
Ahsoka Tano.
Tano. I fought by her side from the Battle of Christophsis to the Siege of Mandalore, and a friend of hers is a friend of mine.
The Siege of Mandalore. Oh my god, is that the same Gregor from the Droids one?
I'm not sure I'm much help to anyone these days.
You're everything.
Didn't you hear?
Clone is not interested.
Wait, you don't like the Empire, do you?
Kanan,
Well,
be open,
Empire
please.
certainly isn't the Republic, but you can't do anything about that.
You could fight.
You could.
Son, my
We need a base. Ahsoka said you knew about all sorts of secret locations in the Outer Rim.
well,
No.
memory isn't what it once was, but there are a few spots I never bothered to report to the Empire. Look, why don't you
I
get
don't
outside
know.
and I'll put together a deep below. Roam the Chupa. Elusive big game.
Ooh,
When we're lucky
Chupa.
enough to sling one in, it'll feed us for the whole year.
Okay,
Could
what do
you
you need?
help us? Also, Sabine's hair is different now.
Yeah.
This might have been like that before, but.
Commander, we
Oh,
received
no.
a binary transmission from an old clone unit on Selos.
Oh,
Something about a
no.
Jedi.
That system is removed. Haven't all the clones been decommissioned?
Yes, and while the clone's number checks out, he has a record of calls of delusional distress.
I wouldn't take him too seriously.
Send a probe to investigate.
Oh no!
Leads
Don't
must
tell
be
me.
Pursued.
Don't tell me one with the eye.
You don't understand. They're dangerous.
Cause Order
They did
66,
what?
he was there
Rex doesn't
for
seem
it.
bad at all. Ahsoka said to trust him. You trust her, don't you?
You weren't there. You weren't even born.
What are you talking about?
I don't
They
feel like
took out the
discussing
Jedi, and they're scared of the Jedi because they're afraid of revenge.
it. It was at the end. The end of the war.
Yep.
Our fellow soldiers, the clones, the ones we Jedi fought side by side with, suddenly turned and betrayed us. I
Rex
watched
doesn't even
them
have the
kill
thing
my
anymore.
master. She fought beside them for years, and they gunned her down in a second.
Oh.
They came for me. Later, they said they had chips in their heads that made them do it. Said
They
had no
did.
choice.
I didn't betray my Jedi. Wolffe,
No.
Gregor, and I all removed our control chips.
Right. Man, that's gonna make some big trust issues if anyone in this party just went and reported something to the Empire, though. Is that a seeker droid? That's not good.
We'll catch Big Bongo today.
Let's get this over with. I'm getting hungry.
Keep
Is
on
he
going
the bait?
forward. Just a little bit more.
Is he
We're
the
coming up
bait?
on a hot spot.
I think I might know the one with the eye, too, but I can't remember.
All right, just a little bit more. Little more.
He's so gleeful.
You know, we
Where's
really
that?
appreciate this. I mean, we should do well today with your friend here.
Yeah, well, Zeb packs quite a punch.
Oh,
Oh!
I'm sure, but really, I mean, Jupiter supposedly love Lasats.
They love them? What do you mean?
Well, they
He's
say they love the
bait.
smell. I guess they love the taste as well.
The bait.
And
He's
maybe
bait.
it's about
Zeb's not the hunter. He's the bait.
He's the bait.
hunter, bait. It's all the same.
No, it's not.
Oh dear. I think maybe they you know,
Back here right now.
mentally maybe things aren't great.
Oh, Carabast.
Oh
Get out of there!
no.
Zeb, no!
Oh!
Keep an eye on this regulator. The line can overheat and shut down. No line, no Jupa, no Zeb.
Got it.
Okay, well then let's get on
And
that.
hit the line with the rod, and it'll send a bolt of energy down to the Jupa. Do it
What
enough,
about
and you
that?
should bring it up to the surface.
Okay.
General.
Don't call me that. I was never a general.
My mistake. Sorry, Commander.
No, it's
Oh, it's a really bad memories. You can't blame Kanan for feeling the way he feels, but it was not simple for them either.
That's it. That's it. Oh, he didn't like that. Get in there.
He's quite eccentric, isn't he? Oh, I really hope we've caught this. Come on, guys. You can do this. We've done. Oh! Yeah. And I think we just got ourselves into. Whoa. Oh my, that is quite a large beastie.
Here's Big Bongo.
He's like giddy over it. Stop. Oh, he's in there.
What
He's.
a smell.
Oh dear.
Old timers.
almost got my friend eaten.
Yeah.
I mean, it was very risky.
Things.
You brought in our biggest catch ever.
I
I mean, he's like, well, I guess I did pretty great.
so bad, Kanan. I knew I had the beast from the beginning.
I feel like the bravado really matches. Maybe it wasn't any of them. Maybe it was just an accident. I don't know.
I also remember when the Jedi and clones fought side by side. They saved billions of lives, including my own.
Do we know? Have we ever seen her?
Maybe
And a few protocols the Imperials still use. Should be of some use.
Thanks, Rex.
They're on our main computer. You're gonna need...
Data tapes? I got this.
You were
Sabine's
brave
on it.
Today, kid. You jumped right in there to help. A great Jedi once told me that the best leaders lead by example. You do that well.
Oh,
Thanks.
was that?
I've learned from a great Jedi too, Kanan. That are joining us.
You know, I've outserved my purpose for that kind of fighting, I'm afraid.
I just
After
want him
the
to have
war,
peace.
I questioned the point of the whole thing. All those men
Yeah.
died.
For what?
For what?
I guess what they thought was right.
Aw, that's your student right there. Oh no. Oh no.
The clones gave us up. They warned the Empire we're here.
Wait, what?
You're mistaken. We would
That
never do
can't
that.
be.
Oh, I found the binary transmission to the Empire. And there
Oh,
are messages
no.
Ahsoka sent to Rex, and he never answered her.
What? I never got any messages from Commander Tano.
Oh!
This
He
true?
didn't just snub her.
Wolffe,
He never
what
knew.
did you do? I
Wolffe.
contacted the Empire. If they found out that we were helping Jedi, they'd wipe us out.
Sabine, go warn Hera. Tell her to scan for incoming ships.
I
Oh
wanted to protect
crap.
you guys. protect our squad. The war is over. We are free men. We can't live under the fear of the Empire for the rest of our lives, Wolf. That's not freedom. You're right. They're not our enemy. I'm sorry.
Oh, he's a, you know, I feel like there's something going on. Oh crap, they're already here. They're already here.
You gotta make this right.
Azra's got the most open mind about this, I feel like. That being said, he also has not lived through. Come on, Rex, come on! Oh, Rex has still got it! Rex, you are on our side. It's just it really is not helping the trust that Wolf turned them in, but...
Oh, engine took a direct hit. We're not going anywhere until I can fix it.
Wait, you mean we're stranded?
Yep. And the Empire's on its way.
I guess all we can do is fight. Oh, come on. All right, you guys. So I had to look it up really quick because I knew that like the eye looked really familiar to me, and I knew that I had probably seen Wolf in Clone Wars before, and lo and behold, I looked it up. I had to be really careful and just look at Clone Wars info only because I didn't want anything spoiled for me about part 2, but I was able to determine that he was actually in like one of the very first episodes, and he served under Plo Koon. And I knew I remembered, I just didn't I couldn't place it. And that makes sense because, I mean, I saw season 1 of Clone Wars like 2 years ago? 2 years ago was when I started Clone Wars. So, but man, what a great, I knew as soon as Ahsoka was saying it, I'm like, it's going to be Rex. It's going to be Rex. It's going to be Rex. Because one thing I wondered after the end of Clone Wars was like, okay, what about Rex? And when does he show up? And I gotta tell you, seeing them, I know they tend to, I think they age very rapidly. So I wasn't sure how, what would the, apparently it's not so rapidly that he's elderly here or anything. Which is, you know, I'm just glad that there were some years of just peace and, you know, he seems relatively in a good place, you know. We know at the end of Clone Wars, he's really questioning things, and who wouldn't? I mean, they were questioning things throughout the war, what do we do when it's over? And to have it end that way with no victory. There was just no victory in it. There was no victory in that war whatsoever for any side, the Republic or the Separatists. But what was the Republic, we know, kind of ended up phasing into the Empire. But still, it felt like not a win at all. Not that even a win would have brought back all the people we lost, all the brothers and clones and everything. But it was just so, why? What was it for? So I'm glad to see that Rex has made some peace, you know. It is an awful shame that he didn't get any of those messages from Ahsoka, but at least we know, he would have responded had he gotten them. Wolf, I think, is just so traumatized, you know, that I feel just there's a lot of, mental instability there. And even you can see with, Gregor, it's there's, a lot of, eccentricity. And I wonder if maybe what we're seeing is the result of what they went through, and also the rapid aging process and its effects on the mind a little bit, perhaps. So it's funny, I just edited the episodes of Clone Wars that had, I'm assuming that's the same Gregor. Gregor was a, oh, well, maybe I shouldn't get into, if I'm always saying I don't want to spoil Clone Wars, but I will tell you that, if you watch my Clone Wars reactions, you know that one of my questions towards the end was what about these clones that aren't even with the army anymore, the one with the droids? And we never really knew if he made it out. So now we know. It's funny, I was just editing, and I watch them as I edit them, of course, because you have to. I was just thinking, I wonder if we'll ever get to see him again. I wonder what became of him. That really, it sucks about having turned them into the Empire here. And it sucks even more that Kanan, with the trust issues that he already brought to the situation, It just had to be made worse by that. But I gotta tell you, it warms my flippin' heart to see that there are at least a few of them made it and are doing well. I don't know what happened to the Bad Batch crew because I haven't seen Bad Batch yet. And I don't know if that's something that we'll touch base on in this series or not, since I think Bad Batch takes place before this. So, oh man, guys, it was so good to see Rex again. It was so good to see all of them again. Just like having somewhat of a peaceful life. I'm like, I don't even want Rex to go with them. I don't even want Rex to go with them. I want Rex to live out his life happily. He has more than earned it. But yeah, in terms of our crew, you could see how Ezra's like the most open to it. And, you know, Kanan, which is understandable. He lived through it. He watched clones slaughter his master. I get it. I absolutely get it. That being said, I think that Kanan of all people should know that there was a lot more to, and I think too, like, I wish some more details would come out, because even Ahsoka is still putting together what happened with Anakin and everything. Like, if people only knew, I don't even know if they'll ever, eventually they'll know, when the Empire falls and everything, but, I wish that people knew just how layered that situation actually had been. Like, the manipulation that went into that, of like every occurrence, every pivotal point in the war was like, there was just so much more to it. I mean, the clones really were just cogs in the machine, unfortunately, in so many ways, and had no control over Order 66 whatsoever. I will say, though, Rex fought the crap out of Order 66 even before Ahsoka took had the quick thinking to take the chip out. So thank God for that. But yeah, guys, that was epic. Oh my God, I just feel like they're just bringing it all together for me. They're just bringing it all together for me. Like, hey, did you kind of wonder this after Clone Wars? Here you go. Enjoy. Yay, thank you. All right, you guys, that was just an amazing episode. I love where it's going. I can't wait to see part 2. I hope you enjoyed watching along with me. As always, thank you so much for joining me today, and please be sure to join me next time for the conclusion of this epic arc. We will watch it together. Bye for now, guys.